We're on Gittin Perek Bet, Mishnah Gimel. Third Mishnah in the second chapter of Masechet Gittin. We now turn to the technicalities of how you write a get, who writes a get, etc., etc. It says the Mishnah, Bakol Kotvin, you can write it with anything. B'dio, ink. Sam. Sam is some kind of like, well, we're going to use Safaria. Let's read it here. Sam, okay, with paint. Besikra, with red paint. Bekumus ubekankantom, with gum or with vitriol black. Ubechol davar shu shel kayam, anything that's permanent, any permanent material. Okay, let's go back to our Mishnah. So you know what all those things are. You can't write it. Nowadays they write it with dio, with the ink. They just write it with the ink that Sofer uses to write anything. Mezuzah, Sefer Torah, he just writes it by hand. En kotvin lo b'mashkim, you can't write it with mashkim, with kind of juice. Mashkim with, I guess, drink. Mashkim is, or like the Kahati says, it's like grape juice or juice or berry juice. V'lo b'mei peirot. That's also berry juice. It's like fruit juice. V'lo b'chol davar she'eno mitkayim. Not with nothing that's eno mitkayim, that isn't permanent. I mean, it has to be permanent. You have to write it. If it's not permanent, then it's not written. Ala kol kotvi. You can write anything. You can write it on this card. You can write it again on this cell phone. Okay? Al he'aleh shel zayid. You can write it on a leaf of an olive tree. I mean, you can write it tiny if you're that good. Al keren shel para. You can write it on the horn of an animal. V'noten la et para. You give her the para, but what you can't do. Let's go back to our original chapter, because it says the following. It says, if you have a problem, kikach ishisha, matzaba ervat davar, v'katav la sefer kritut v'natan biyada. You give her the sefer kritut and you put it in her hand. So the Gemara says it has to be v'katav v'natan. You have to write it and give it to her. Okay, but you give her the cow if you write it on the horn, but you can't cut off the corn. You can't write the get on the horn and then cut it off and give it to her. Because it says, we just saw that he writes her sefer kritut, a get, and gives it in her hand. It's only talking about a case which is not missing anything but writing and giving. Yatzazeh excludes this case of writing it on the horn and cutting it. It can't require you to cut the horn in order to give it to her. Okay, so you have to give her the cow. If you could write it on the cow's horn and give her the cow, or al yad shel eved, you write it on a slave's hand, don't cut off his hand. Rabbi Yossi al Galili Omer en kotvin lo al davar sheyesh bo ruach chaim. You can't. Rabbi Yossi ben Galili Omer. Let's do it a little slower. En kotvin lo al davar sheyesh bo al ruach chaim. You can't write it on something that has life alive. Okay, not the animal or nor the slave. V'lo al ochim, nor on food. Why? The Ramana Chmana Karye get sefer, calls a sefer. It's a book. Ma sefer yimuchad ein b'ruach chaim. There's no live book. This isn't Harry Potter. No Horcruxes. Ve'eno ochel. It's not food. Av kol she'ein ruach chaim ve'eno ochel. So it can't be alive and can't be food. Rabbanan say, katav ba sefer. Yeah, if it had said katav ba sefer, that's fine. It says sefer. What's a sefer? L'sfirat dvarim uda'ata. It doesn't mean you have to write a book. Katav sefer, you have to write a story. That's what the word sefer means, and you can write a story. You can write a story on anything. You can write a story on a cow. They don't do it, but it's the discussion of the Mishnah. We'll stop here and dedicate it. Learning to remember my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.